Hello everybody. In this video we're going to use these color codes shown here to observe changes in electric pressure around the circuit. We'll make use of these simulations of these circuits to measure the electric pressure, voltage, which is the term for electric pressure. When we measure electric pressure or voltage with a voltmeter, can only measure changes in pressure. So we're going to put our negative probe attached to the negative side of the battery, and the positive probe will indicate the electric pressure or voltage along this wire. Notice that it is 12 volts everywhere along the wire until we cross this resistor, and on this side of the resistor it's 0 volts. Let's use color coding to show that. So I'm going to color code this wire high pressure, red, indicating high pressure. Everywhere that's red is 12 volts. If you don't have colored pencils or pens, simply write R here for red or high pressure. Once we cross the resistor, we'll color everything here blue, low pressure, which we observe to be 0 volts. Let's take a look at another circuit. This one has 3 resistors, and I've got the simulation here as well. I'm going to put my negative probe on the negative side of the battery here, and let's use the positive probe to measure the pressure in these sections of wire. Everywhere along this wire, there is 12 volts. Once you cross the first resistor, we've dropped in pressure down to 8 volts. Then as we drop across another resistor, 4 volts, and then finally back to 0 volts. So we have 3 voltage drops, or 3 drops in pressure, electric pressure, same thing as voltage, across each of these resistors. Since each of these resistors has the same value, these are all 100 ohm resistors, the voltage drops will be the same across them. So let's color that in. High pressure here, and then we're going to drop in pressure to 4 volts, and we'll call that medium high pressure, or orange, right? 4 volts. Then we're down to, we're going to drop again, medium low pressure, down to green. And finally down to low pressure here. And the voltages we measure, this was 12 volts, this was 8 volts, this was 4 volts, and this was 0 volts. Okay. If you want to try these simulations out, here's a link to the FET simulations. You can create these circuits for yourself. Okay. We can use this color coding to determine if light bulbs will light in a circuit, and that is the exercise you're going to do on the other side of this page here. Recall that electric pressure makes charge move. So current moves across this first resistor because we have a change in pressure from 12 volts to 8 volts. Current moves across this resistor because there's a drop in pressure from 8 volts to 4 volts. And current moves across this third resistor because there's a drop in pressure from green to blue, or 4 volts from 0 to volts. Okay, so let's go ahead and use color coding now to color in the pressure. So everywhere that's attached to the positive side of the battery is high electric pressure. So I'm going to color that in like this. Everywhere that's attached to the negative side of the battery is low electric pressure. Right? And everywhere along a wire is the same pressure. Okay? Once you cross a bulb, you get a drop in pressure. So let's make this middle section here yellow for medium. medium pressure. There. So you could see for this first example that each bulb has a drop or change in pressure. So each bulb will light in this circuit. Each bulb will light. Notice how this bulb has the biggest change in pressure. It goes from red to blue. That's going to, and the other bulbs have smaller changes in pressure, red to yellow, yellow to blue. So this bulb is actually going to be the brightest out of all of them because it has the biggest change in pressure across it, biggest voltage drop. Let's try this next example here. Everywhere that's attached to the positive side of the battery, high pressure. Every wire that's attached to the low side of the battery, right? Wires conduct the pressure or voltage equally throughout. We can only get changes in pressure across a light bulb. Okay, so you can see the first light bulb will light up. So I'm going to draw a starburst pattern around it. But this light bulb will not light because there is no change in pressure. Okay, blue to blue. It's not going to push charge through this light bulb. All right, give these ones a shot. You'll find on your version an answer key at the bottom.